Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
We have an interesting question today, children. Dear Cappy, I want you to answer the alcohol question. Alcohol has been a good bud for me most of my professional and even college and graduate school life. Doesn't matter what effed up that day, several drinks in, it's all good. I'm finding meeting people, translated girls, at bars anywhere socially oriented is tough without the first few rum and diets. And in my town, if you go out to meet people, it means you're drinking. One guy told me he quit drinking to go keto years ago, dropped weight, and got amazingly healthy. Even then, friends told him, you're not invited out to any more stuff until you can drink again. My town is listed as one of the drunkest towns around. You mentioned quitting booze on podcasts before, only scarcely, and even then, just along the way. You said at one point it served a purpose, a very important purpose, but it served one nonetheless. Hence the new Angry Cappy. Yes, I wouldn't say it's the only reason, but yeah, sobering up is all these people. I feel great. I'm like, shut the fuck up. A long-running late HBO talk show host has said he misses drinking like a dead brother. I got into pickup under the old school, and one head coach put it best. Alcohol is going to ruin your life overnight. It's a chip away effect. That day you call in sick to work, the time you couldn't go out Sunday brunch date because you were not feeling well, the time you told all your buds you weren't going to make it out to that place time event you planned because you weren't feeling well. I can't disagree. I've done all the above and worse. I'm mostly interested in how you kicked it. I've gone for spurts without it, usually in an effort to prove some benchmark, but I find all I substitute the alcohol with is sleep or hanging around doing nothing. I actually lose weight in the process. Well, yeah, alcohol has a ton of calories, dude. The world alcohol gives me is so fucking cool. I don't have to worry about anything at all. When I've had assholes on the road try to drive into me, an elevator will arrive and they'll try to walk into me, and these nonchalant wide alpha walks. What? And these nonchalant, wide alpha walks from fuckers taking up entire hallways, coming in your direction. That's enough to get home and punch a few holes in your walls and smash a few TVs, not sustainable. Well, yeah, you got issues if you're punching walls and smashing TVs if you're sober. You got some issues there. But when I get home and crack open a fresh bottle of Merlot, go a few Coronas in, take a few shots. I have those first few rum and diets. It's like none of that reality really matters. I wake up without issue and just go to work unless it was an all-nighter where I got hooked up with bar locals and followed them and kept drinking. Then, of course, called in sick the next day or left early sick. It's taken a health effect because I'm putting on the pounds. Anyway, please tell us what works. I know a 12-step program is overly religious, cultish, and also misplaces agency. I've heard of more horror stories than anything else attributed to that program. How do you kick alcohol and still have a life that matters? Oh, well, your age and nowadays, sure as fuck keep me anonymous. I'd like a video response. Please name your price. All right. How do we want to approach this? You asked a lot of stuff here. Your assessment of alcohol and the beneficial roles it plays in society is not wrong. Alcohol has been with at least Europeans, the Eastern Hemisphere and its descendants for quite some time. I don't know about the American, both South and North American Indians. Maybe they had alcohol, but traditionally not. And it's been with us, and for obvious reasons. It's fun, it's happy, it's a lubricant, blah, 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 whatever they say. And I would argue that over the course, you just look at human behavior. If you take alcohol away from socializing, you say, oh yeah, well, let's just have a drink. No, you don't understand. It is integral, if not the onus or the nexus of which a lot of socializing occurs. Like, if you take away booze, oh my God, people don't go to the bars. And when I'm not drinking, I look at the bars. I'm like, what are you people doing? Like, it's all you do is you go to there to drink. That's it. And even if you work out, what do? Well, we go to the bar and drink. You could say it's a flag to rally under or an ideology for a tribe to form under. But it definitely does play a role in society more than most people realize, simply because, really, just stop it, just don't drink, which is easier said than done for a lot of people, I understand. But don't drink and then, like, go hang out with your buddies. Even you said, like, one of your buddies, they say, hey, don't hang out with us unless you're going to drink. So the focus really is the drinking. So alcohol plays a very integral, I'd say even infrastructural role. Sometimes the only role in most people's social lives. It's kind of sad, actually, when you look at it. And, then get, good looking people, hey, let's go hike, let's go be healthy, let's go do that. So, no, let's go here and sit here and drink. Now, there's another huge, I would say, psychological, mental health role alcohol plays, and you've hit that as well on the head there. Yeah, man, that I originally started drinking to manage my sleep schedule when I was working these horrific hours. But then, as I drank more and more over the course of time, not in terms of volume, but as it became part of, I wouldn't say my social life, but it became part of my life, where you didn't realize it, but yeah, it chills you the fuck out. And there's no better way to see how much it chills you out than to go sober. And man, like, old Cappy hasn't drank in a while, and it's probably my number one pisses me off. Because yeah, you do notice the guy on the road driving slower than fuck. You do have jobs. You do have a commute. You got a nagging wife or a husband. You got kids that drive you up the wall. Hell, I don't even have kids. I go hang out with the nieces and the nephews every once in a while. I'm like, damn, man, I could see why. Yeah, I really could use a drink right now. And then you look at society, and heaven help you if you're really smart, you're really intelligent, or you're just independent-minded, or you got hustle. If you got, forget even intelligence, although the two are correlated. But if you want to go fast in this world, you want to achieve shit. These slow sheep, these lemmings, these low IQ morons that are just perfectly happy, and they're in your way at the grocery store. I mean, they're all over. These low IQ morons are all over, and it's like, my God, you can't escape that. The only way you can escape it is sleep, which oftentimes nowadays is my happiest part of the day. It's like, I can't wait to go to sleep. It's been one of those, because you can't drink. But the booze, what alcohol did is, I remember, within a minute, it would all go away. It would all go away. Oh yeah, you still had your problems, but it was almost, and a lot of people are like, you're running away from your problems. Like, no, these are problems that you can't control. It was almost like forced stoicism. Like they say, oh, you need to be a stoic and not let the small shit bother you. So you got to let things outside of your control not bother you. And that's really, really hard. Like, I know Ocasio-Cortez is not under my control, but that bitch really fucking pisses me off because she's a thief. She steals my money. She's never worked a day in her. And oh, don't get pissed off, don't get pissed off, and don't get pissed off. It's like, how can't you get pissed off at all these parasites, these normies, conformies, and inferiors in the world, ruining a great nation, getting in my way, slowing me down, taxing me, living off of me, just being so stupid. You wonder, like, oh my God, I know it's petty, but add it up by 1,000 cuts. You go to the grocery store. I know what I want. Ladies, why the fuck do you stand in the middle of the fucking intersection where there's like a row and an aisle that why do you just stand there with your kids? Get the fuck out of the way. Move. It is Aaron, stoicism. Stoicism. You just can't turn that on. Except with booze. You have a shot? Wow. And it's not like, wow, man, like you're doing heroin. It's just, And yeah, you're aware of the problems of the world, but you don't care. There's a nice warm fuzzy feeling in your stomach. You're relaxed. You're calm. And that's towards the end what I started using booze for, because it was just like, you go, you bust your ass off, you go do this, you go do that. Hey, anybody? I don't know, people. And trust you me, I'll tell you why men get old. I can totally see why as you get older, men drink more. There's nothing else to do. Nothing else to do. And it's a way to buy time. It's a way to kill time. I mean, it's tragic and sad, but it's not every man that does that, and not every woman. But that's one of the main reasons is what else are you going to do? As I get older, as I approach 50, I'm like, holy shit. Did I choose the wrong time to drink in my life? I mean, if I was to recommend it to anybody, you got to get to 62 because then that's when the old timers retire and then they come out and be fun again. So like maybe your mid 40s, your early 40s to your early 60s, that's when I would maybe recommend using booze. But yeah, there is huge psychological benefit, individual benefit to drinking. Not a ton. You don't go crazy like I did and just get drunk. Although that's fun too. But yeah, man, I totally understand where you're coming from. Because I've lived it, other people have lived it, where, okay, and that's the other thing. Why don't you just go for a walk? Why don't you go for a run? Yeah, but you can only run and walk so much. Your muscles need to heal up, and then there's going to be times where you're just like, fuck it. And it's so efficient, too. That's another thing. It's like, hey, $6, and in like 2 minutes, I'm going to be like way more relaxed and calm, and I'm going to actually truly be a stoic. Yeah, it's kind of hard, or Aaron, go run for, 7 miles, which is going to take you an hour and a half or whatever. So I understand that. I know you say you want to know how to get off booze, and if someone comes up with the answer, alcohol, boo, not drinking, HBO. Yeah, misses it like a dead brother. I could totally see that. It is going to ruin away your life. It will start to. I mean, like if you go long enough. I mean, if you don't abuse it, you'll be all right. But we're talking the one ounce of red wine helps with. I was like, oh fuck you, lady. You're the type that just goes to church and only does missionary. Get the fuck out of here. Give me a fucking drunk. Give me a goddamn fucking drunk any day. I'm having my little port. It's just a little bit. I might have another later. Oh, shut up. Yeah, and if it's starting to have an effect on you where you're missing work and you're missing, then you're drinking too much. Dude, as you get older, hangovers fucking suck, and they come with less drinks. Then you lose time, and that's where I inevitably had to give up. I had to give up probably because of health reasons, and then I do know because I was just losing time to hangovers. And that's the sad thing is I wasn't even losing time. I could do my job drunk or hungover. Some people argue I do better when I'm drunk. But yeah, if it's starting to affect your life like that, then you're drinking too much. Anyway, please tell us what works. And you're gaining weight. Okay. Please tell us what works. I know the 12-step program is overly religious, cultish, and also misplaces agency. Yeah, but does it work? I won't lie to you guys. I went to AA for a while, and it worked. I went a whole year without drinking. And I even, get into their... I think it's just changing of your mind a little bit. I didn't get into their program. I didn't sit in on the cult. I think I went to, 3 or 4 meetings, and that was enough. I'm like... And it's a decision that, you make where you're like, no, I'm not going to drink anymore. Then you make the decision to drink again. And you stop drinking. But anyway... It seems to be the premier way to do it right now, but it doesn't, and they're very open where it's like, oh, it's whatever the God you believe, and God as you see it. Dude, go to an AA meeting. What's it going to cost you? It's going to cost you nothing. Just go. Just check it out. See if that helps. I'm not a big man of therapy. I'm really not, but I am a big man of talking to independent third parties about your problems, or just going and sitting in with a group of people. And listen to them talk. For any other reason that it will change. It's a change in your behavior. If you're looking to change your behavior, maybe go and change your behavior. Some people go to religion. Some people go to AA. I probably I'd go out and look for meetup groups. Let's do this. Although that's more for fun. But anything that will change your behavior, specific to getting rid of alcohol. Dude, just go to an AA meeting. See what happens. Just see what happens. But inevitably what it boils down to is that you're just going to have a policy. And I found that's the easiest way, where I am not drinking. You just don't drink. That's it. And if you are going to drink, you're going to, I am going to drink. But then you better stop drinking again. But then you get back into the cycle. It's like, so it really is just kind of a lifestyle change where you have a policy. No, I am not going to drink. And that's the only way where any serious bouts of sobriety that I've had. Oh, you can go like, 2 weeks or a month or something like that. But yeah, if you want to go a year or more or forever, you just have to make it a policy that you don't drink. And then the other thing is you're going to have to change your environment. Like if you're with friends, and that really sucks because boredom's going to kick in there too. If you're with friends and they're not going to hang out with you because you're not drinking, you need new friends and you need new hobbies. And I won't lie to you, depending on how fast your brain goes, if you're going fast and you need this, you need work, you need to be occupied, you're going to be really tempted to drink because there's not going to be people to keep up. There's not going to be enough to do, and you're just going to have to do something. If you've gained weight, I'd strongly recommend working out. That's one thing you can do. I've picked up video games. That's one thing that I did, where it's like, well, if you're going to waste time, you might as well waste time playing video games, although, God, the video games are boring. I've heard more horror stories than anything else attributed to that program. How do you kick alcohol and still have a life that matters? Well, and that's another thing, is you may not have a life that matters. I know it sounds depressing and sad. And if you had alcohol and that's the only thing, you didn't have a life that mattered to begin with. So you might as well have a life that doesn't matter, but you're still alive, around, and kicking, rather than drinking yourself into an early grave. And that's, dude, I wish I had that answer. How do you kick alcohol? You just stop drinking it. Which, again, easier said than done. And then you have to, I guess the word is sublimate. You sublimate, you replace it with other things, other productive, healthy things like working out and whatever else. But have a life that matters? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus, I don't know. I mean, when you're sober, you realize how fucking shitty and sucky and boring and inferior and just so fucking common people are. It is. You're like, wow, this is it. It's like, yeah, I get it, buddy. I know why you go to the bar. Absolutely, I get it. But, maybe you get a wife and a kids, you get family, you get agency, purpose, then, now you got a life that matters. But sans that, ceteris paribus, drinking versus life without drinking, how do you find a life that matters without drinking? It's got to be a really lucky life for you to have where it has meaning. And I think you trying to find a life that has meaning and matters is foolish. You do your best to give it value. You go and you have your hobbies and your activities and your skills and your trades. But if you're relying on other people to give you a life that matters, that's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. So, try your best to have friends. Family is another way that if you had a family, that'll keep you occupied. But don't think like when I give up alcohol, oh, now there's a life out there that matters. There really is. I hate to sound so sad and so depressed, but there really isn't. There really isn't. Because look at what the vast majority of people, normies, conformities, and inferiors do. What do? They go to the bar and they drink and they wear another man's jersey. And then they get pissed off at me. Oh, did you ever play sports? Yeah, I did play sports. Not for the team, but we did play sports. I was... the local kid. Well, that was back in the day when every kid played sports. But yeah, man, you're just going to have to give it up and not drink. That's it. Otherwise, you will die. Like, if you're getting to this point where you're getting hungover all the time, you're drinking too much. But yeah, go to the AA meeting. I guess the other thing is don't have, like, huge expectations. Just change your behavior. Go to the AA meeting. Make it a policy. You're not going to drink. But then also have no expectations. That there's some at the end of life. Dude, it's gonna suck. I won't lie to you, it's gonna fucking suck. But it's better that than dead, I guess. I guess that's the only real way is you'll die, is if you don't stop it. But, some people like, boy almighty, what's his name? The author drank himself to death. He had a good time, it seems. yeah, I wish I could say, oh yeah, when you sober up, you get new friends and everybody goes out and everyone's a grand old time and there's hell. No. You're just sober. You're pissed off even more. You wake up to the everyday reality that people suck and they're slow and it's getting worse. And you gotta find something. Me again, it's hobbies. I can't wait to get out west. I remember when I'd go out west, I would drink less, if at all, because there was mountains to hike and motorcycle rides to do. So you can kind of sublimate it that way. But no, man, it's just basically you're gonna give it up on policy. You're gonna do it because you want to live. Because is the drunk life better than the sober life? Yes, but it ends a lot quicker. And in the long run, like you're young, you can handle the booze. As you get older, you can't be late for work all the time. You can't be hungover in life. You're not even gonna. Then your life is gonna suck, and the only benefit that you have of drinking is to really worry and ignore and postpone those other issues. But if you're younger, you're using it to just numb the pain of other people. Cool. If you're using it to numb the pain that you inflict on yourself, then that's a problem. Then you gotta drink. Then you gotta stop drinking. And then you just gotta suck it up. I try to avoid traffic as much as possible. Try to do as much social stuff as I can. But yeah, like everything else, well, not everything else in life, but like most of the hard stuff in life, there is no easy answer. There really isn't. I mean, if you want to quit alcohol, quit alcohol. That's it. Go to an AA meeting. See if that doesn't. Go join a religion. Go do something else that's going to fill some kind of agency and purpose. But do not have any expectations that you're going to have a new and better life. You might, if you're lucky, you might. But in the town you're in, I highly doubt it. So, sorry, I wish I could make this more optimistic, but I can't. That's just what it is. So, all right, questions, answers, links down below. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.